Every kid grows up wanting to be a security technician. If that's you, you've come to the right place, because in this video, we're going to explain how you can make that a reality.
Do you need special education to do this career? And the answer is no. You have options to go to like a technical school. You can find some classes, and some colleges will offer them. There's some security companies that will let you start as like an apprentice without any experience from, or training from a trade school or a college that offers courses in these particular things. The easiest place, I would say, is to start by looking for apprenticeships. Do yourself a favor, actually be interested in what you're going to go try to apprentice for. Don't just come in and be like, hey, I need a job, I need money, give me a job.
It's not even worth it for you, because the money isn't going to be made in the first year.
No.
The real money comes when you can work by yourself.
Absolutely.
If you can manage that in 6 months or a year or 2 years, companies will pay to keep you from leaving.
I've had people come to me for a job that have gone to trade schools, and they didn't seem like they applied themselves a single day. They didn't know what they were talking about. Ask them simple questions, like basic questions about this particular career, and they were unable to answer.
It might be worth offering to do a ride-along. You ask the company, can I do a ride-along to see if this feels like it would be a good fit for me? A lot of the reasons companies are adverse to hiring people that have no skills is because they don't know that this is going to be something that person will want to stick around and do.
Yeah.
Most companies are more than willing to pay somebody to learn if they think that person will stick around. To help you know if you would stick around, you could do a ride-along for 1 or 2 days with an existing technician of the company. See what you think.
Yeah, this career has an interesting amount of turnover, I feel like, for people that are new. So people just coming into it, they seem interested, and they'll last like 6 months or a year. They find out it's not for them, it's not something they're interested in, and move on. I do like the idea, I had thought about that, of doing the ride-along. Kind of gives you an idea of what the job is all about. Maybe you can even get a couple days in. The company has to train you if you don't know anything. They have to invest in tools, possibly a vehicle. When you work somewhere for 6 months to a year and then you decide, I'm really not that into it, it's not great for the company. So they're a little more, they can be a little wary about hiring like completely fresh people.
I was interviewing a guy last year for an administrative position. The interview actually went pretty well until he mentioned he is currently trying to move to another country, and he was trying to do it in maybe 2 months. And I said, well, that's about how long it's going to take you to train you for this very position, which means I'd have to turn around and train someone else all over again. But I appreciated the honesty.
If you're with a company and you're being trained, take notes. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Work your best to be like the go-to guy, because there's a lot of people who just want to show up, do their work, and go home. But if you're the guy that when there's extra work to be had, after hours work to be had, some sort of new thing, right, that maybe you could learn. The company is like, oh, we have this other like project, and maybe it's not something you're experienced with, but you could go do it and learn. Volunteer for all these things, because you're going to know how to do more stuff. You're going to become more proficient.
One of the biggest things is attitude. Not saying you need to show up with an exuberant attitude, just have a good attitude.
That don't hurt.
Pretending like everything is such a drag. Oh my God, you want me to do something?
Yep.
I care more about people that are willing to try. A lot of people, they're afraid to try something new by themselves. Even if they've already done it before, they're still afraid to do it on their own. But as I already mentioned, that's where their value really comes in. It's better to go out, do it, and fail than to say, I don't know if I'm really comfortable yet. I've only installed one of these, so I'm kind of afraid I'll mess it up. It's okay to be afraid you'll mess it up. Try it anyway. The good thing about this is that if you're willing to try and you're willing to fail sometimes, you'll also learn faster, which means you'll be worth more money. Good attitude, be willing to try it. Just try it.
Some people say, it's not my job. I say, leave that bullshit at the door. If you don't enjoy puzzles, this job might not really be for you, because it can be a real puzzler sometimes. A couple basic things that you might need to know. Networking basics, the basics of an IP address, how a circuit works. That was the first thing he taught me in a bar. Wrote it down on a napkin.
Circuits and relays, normally open, normally closed. That one concept, as you said, if you know it,
If you can figure that out.
It applies to like everything.
Yep.
It's built into recorders for CCTV. It's used, of course, all over access control, as well as alarm systems
Yeah.
and intercom systems and other types of systems that aren't even in the security industry. He didn't get it when I first explained it to him.
I really
in the
didn't.
bar. He did not get it.
I didn't.
And the guy first explained it to me. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But when eventually it clicked, and then once it clicks, you're like, why didn't I get this?
I know. Yeah, once it clicks, you're like, am I stupid? Am I stupid?
Was I stupid?
Maybe.
As far as basic building blocks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe learn how to make a Cat5 connector. But I mean, that's a day. It's like not hard.
well, that's the thing is that every day you can learn a couple more
Couple of new things, yeah.
skill pieces.
Yeah.
And it builds up, and then eventually the job doesn't feel so hard anymore.
That's an interesting point. I would get on jobs, and because I didn't understand, this is like a metaphor for anything in life, because I didn't understand kind of what we were dealing with, it seemed like monumentous and overwhelming.
I started at the deep end of the pool. You know, you step into the prison, you're doing some work, and guys trying to mess with you, like,
Shank you a little bit?
yeah, they're saying they're going to come over and strangle you with the wire you're working on and whatever. And I'm like,
No.
why would you come and like grab the wire while I'm holding a razor blade? It doesn't even make any sense. So
Give you
you're
some
trying to
security.
learn and work under these conditions. It's like,
that is arguably the deep end. Yeah. Should we be scaring them off?
no, come on in.
come on
The
in,
water's
it's
fine.
fine.
No, I did prisons, but not
Yeah.
just prisons. I've also worked military stuff. I mean, crazy stuff went down on the military base. Embassies, universities, all kinds of different places that the company I was working with like serviced. A lot of security companies, they have a smaller niche than that. So, I mean, I was on top of mountains with like a 90-pound jackhammer drilling away into the mountain some days. I mean,
Are you sure you weren't a gold prospector?
right. We were doing a lot of different stuff. And then sometimes, once again, if you're working on the prison stuff, they have all those panels. You see them in movies where they're pushing buttons and doors are opening and closing, and those are all custom panels. So if something breaks down, you have to go troubleshoot it. And it's, as we mentioned, it's usually like a relay broke somewhere, and because they're pushing the button and the gate's not opening. So you have to, there's like screws on the panel. You look at it and you say, well, okay, I see all the buttons. Those all seem to be working. You find some screws, and then you open the panel up, and it has like hinges. And then underneath, there's like all kinds of wires and little modules and stuff. And you just kind of trace the problem all the way to the gate. And it's either going to be something like a power is missing somewhere, or a relay is not firing like it's supposed to. Every day was like blowing my mind. The benefit to that is after like 3 years, I was a pretty high level technician compared to most other guys that have been doing this stuff for like 15 or 20 years.
I was just going to say, we had very different introductions into this industry, because you were tossed in with all the criminals in jail, and I was handed a cloth and a spray bottle and told to go scrub bank vaults.
I don't know, yours might have been more dangerous because of those chemicals and the bottle and
There was a lot of chemicals.
Yeah.
Like I would leave work. I probably should have worn a respirator, but so you become a security technician. What is there to expect? I'll read off what I wrote here, and you tell me if I got it wrong or if there's anything you want to add. I would say you could expect decent pay for your skill level in this industry, a company vehicle, travel. You're going to be on the road a lot.
paid for it too.
Weekend and night work. And this one is just a fun fact to end it out. Old timers aren't all that interested in passing on their knowledge to you for some reason. The younger guys usually a little more interested in it.
The old timers, as you say, they mention job security so much. I can only imagine whatever generation they're from, job security must have been a problem. If you know how to do this job well, you have job security. You don't have to worry about it. And you can go ahead and pass it along to as many people as you want. Actually, here's the thing. If you can learn to do this job and you can train other people to do that, you will be worth more money.
So much more.
Yeah. I would pay somebody a lot more money if they not only can do the job themselves, but they're able to duplicate themselves like an amoeba.
An amoeba.
Amoeba. Look, and if you like to duplicate yourself like an amoeba, why don't you like this video so we know and share it so your friends know.
Bye.
I would have never guessed there was going to be an opportunity for me to
Say
do the
amoeba?
ending with an amoeba.
Amoeba.
An amoeba. Single cell organism. Pops off.